Hello, welcome back to Depth Hunter 2. I'm your host, Senior Scary Bagels. With me today is Anton, one of the developers of this game. Say hello.
Hello. Oh my god, that was horrible.
You want to do this again?
No, let's continue like this. It's fine.
Okay.
It's completely fine.
So, in this, right now we're catching 5 fish without a miss. And one thing I really want to illustrate though is that it's kind of hard to, like at the start, if you're in the yellow, I find it's harder to catch the fish, but later on, yellow, when it's in the yellow, it's easier actually.
Well, on the larger fish, actually, I don't think it's very easy to miss even at the large distance. Like the one that's, I can't remember their name, like the groupers and the snappers or whatever. They're large enough because, from what I remember, I think the missing isn't just like a random number and you either miss or hit. It's like shoots slightly different direction and their hitbox is big, so there is a higher chance to hit the larger fish, I think.
I see, and one question I do have for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't I hunt clownfish? Why can't I hunt Nemo?
Well, apparently in the game we follow the rules, the actual rules of this sport, so to say. I don't really know them, but the boss insists, and he's a big fan actually of diving and stuff, which is understandable, I guess. And he says that all the stuff that we cannot hunt in this game is the stuff that is forbidden to hunt in real life, so that's realism.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes you just want to go for a shark.
Actually, on the topic of sharks, I'm going to be mentioning another game we made before, Scuba Diver Adventures. It's on mobile platforms, but it's essentially not the exact same game. It's the same levels and mostly the same assets. And back in that game, we could totally not kill sharks, but fight sharks. And it's a stupid little mini game, but you punch them in the face so hard that they rotate 90 degrees, so that's kind of cool. Unfortunately, at some point we removed that from this game, so they're just like normal fish and they even get scared of you and swim away.
I do find it funny when I, later on in a later video, I will actually be swimming up to sharks and playing with them and messing with them without them bothering me. But, you were saying there was something about this airplane earlier.
Ah yes, the airplane. There's a funny story about it. Well, originally it wasn't on this level here. This level was made way back for Depth Hunter 1, and the second one as well. I think maybe the third one was made after. I don't remember Depth Hunter 1 too well. But later we pretty much used these levels in another game, and then we used them in this game again. And the plane is the best thing, because in Scuba Diver Adventures, which I said I was going to mention a lot of times, so I'm mentioning it a lot of times, unfortunately, but the plane was going to be in the first level of that game, and it was like this big attraction. It was on all the screenshots, on the posters, on the logos and whatever, on the box. Well, not probably the box, we didn't have the box. But then a certain event happened in the real world about a plane getting lost somewhere. I'm sure you know about that.
Yeah.
And it was even the same location where the first level is set. I mean, it's called like Thailand or whatever this first level is. And we the publisher, the Chilingo, whatever, they just went, no, please just remove the plane. And we removed the plane. There was a mission to find the black box, and that was my idea to make it like a backpack that a guy just kind of dropped in the water by accident. And then, the plane, like all the assets in these games, cost money to make. Apparently it was all before I came in, but still. We don't have like an artist on board in our team, because it's very rare that we actually need artistry work. So they get outsourced to freelancers. And since the boss is kind of cheap in this way, if we spend money on something we got to use it. So we just shoved the plane in the first level of this game as soon as we could. And now it's here, and it's kind of funny because this level is also called Thailand in this game as well, so it's just it's not too soon anymore, so we got away with it. And we didn't have a publisher for this one, so no one cares.
Yeah, I do find that this game is really fun for a chilled little fishing game, you know?
Well, yeah, actually the best part is, well, I don't know of for any computer in our office, but my computer isn't the best. And when the game came out, I went home and was sent me a key for the game so I could like play, maybe test it at home at some point or whatever. And it runs so well on my computer. I just rediscovered the game, and it's actually kind of fun to play when it's running well. And I just spent some time hunting these small fishes like the ones that you're doing, because I find it kind of fun to hunt them with the proper mouse keyboard controls, because sometimes I'm forced to test this game on little iPhones and that's just torture. But with mouse and keyboard it's almost kind of fun, and the amount of XP the little fish give you eventually when you're high enough level, it's hilariously just completely over the top, so it was fun. Also, you're constantly seeing that little bug with the harpoon. Didn't mention it before, but it happened to you in previous videos as well. If you shoot the fish when you're real close to it, it'll bug out like that. Maybe I'll see it here. No. This thing happens.
Yeah.
And I pointed it out several times, but the boss said that we can't really fix that, and I have no idea why actually, because I'm not a programmer sadly for this game. I suspect the programmers would have had a lot of fun stuff to talk about, but I only know so much about how the programming went in this game. But that bug, for some reason, maybe he just didn't want to spend more time doing it. There's been a lot of stuff that he just went like, doesn't break the game, doesn't break the level. No, okay, well let's not even bother, because we want to release fast and then update and stuff and all. He just sits on the Steam community forums and just reads everyone's messages about this game and all the new bugs that people discover and stuff, and we fix them as fast as we can. So that's kind of nice about us, I guess.
Yeah, I really noticed that you guys make a lot of like underwater games. Is that kind of your group's specialty?
Well, from what I understand, well, the most important thing is probably our boss is just such a fan of this, and he might think that, I don't know, I'm not exactly sure, but I think he sees this as like the niche that we are getting good at, and not many games are made. Although I kind of looked at the World of Diving, I think, lately, and it looks better than our games, but still, that's just something that he likes, and he is interested in making games about it. And I guess that once again it's just cheaper to make all the games about the same thing, because we can reuse assets, reuse engines, reuse programming, reuse everything, completely everything. And that's how it goes. Although the one game you mentioned in the thread, the Black or something, I forget, that's really different from these ones. Also, do not buy it on Steam ever, because it just straight up doesn't run. The publisher did some nasty thing there with like stole the rights to it or something. I'm not sure exactly. It all happened way before I was on the team, but he like used some patch or something that he wasn't supposed to, the wrong exe or whatever, and as a result the game just straight up never works, and you cannot play it on Steam even though you can buy it. It's always on like 75% sale, but you cannot run it, so do not. Just get it somewhere else if you can. I'm actually
like
kind of interested in playing that.
Like on the website?
Maybe I'm actually you'll find that I don't know many things. If we have like a way to buy it on our website which doesn't involve Steam, then maybe it works. I only seen the website when I was applying to this job. I kind of looked at what games they were making, and that was it for me. Well, I'm so chill, I'm already yawning. Okay.
Yes, this game is very, very chill, and that's why I kind of, in most of my videos, I do the really chill voice.
Ah, yes.
I try to do, like, Bob Ross and everything, but for this video, since I'm talking with you, I want to talk in my normal voice instead of trying to act all chill and everything.
I was actually gonna try to do a chill voice as well, but you heard how well that went.
Yeah, it kind of gets hard to do with multiple people, honestly.
Yes, it kind of does.
Yes, it really does. Anyways,
sounds really questionable when we talk to each other like that. So
yes, it really does. And so I'm putting an end to that right now. So, is there any fish that you really like in this game? I think we talked about the crabs. I don't know if anyone heard about the crabs from you. So, if you want to explain why the crabs are such assholes, I would appreciate it.
Well, well, I'm just going to repeat what I told you over Skype before. The crabs are a leftover from the very same game that I've mentioned a couple times, in which you could actually just like grab them and get rewards for that. But I'm not sure if they were in Depth Hunter 1, and if they were they like this, like attacking and stuff, but we just removed the functionality of catching crabs and left over them and them attacking. And I did notice when I was testing, and I make no mistake, I played this game like millions times throughout the course of my employment there already, but the earlier mission where you need to find 10 treasures when you approach the general area, the first crab used to always do that really loud sound of attack when you approach that, and I noticed that, and I was almost wanted to point it out, but I didn't, because it could mean more work for me, and I'm not all into that. Because I'm also oftentimes testing stuff for our game as well, which if something, well, a lot of things probably went by me, that's because I didn't really apply as a tester. It just turned out that our original tester was sitting on Battle.net too much and he got fired, and now I am in his place. I'm also editing and rendering the trailers. Like on the Steam you have a trailer for the game and for the DLC, and those are all me. All the music is not me obviously, but still, yeah, that's nice.
And we finished up all the missions in Thailand today, so right now we're just going to do a little bit of upgrading. Oh, did I? I thought I finished all the oh yeah, I did, okay. I finished up all the upgrades, or not upgrades, the missions in Thailand, so right now we're just going to do a little bit of upgrading. Just getting our character up to spec and everything.
Speaking of the character, you might see a weird fleshy structure on his chin. Like, it's really weirdly shaped if you look at it. It's when he looks a bit to the side here, it's not as visible, but right now it's visible. Like, what the hell is with his shape? And I'm not exactly sure, but I think he used to have like a full head black diving suit mask or something that got retextured to just skin color and never fixed. I also pointed this out, but got ignored, as it usually happens. But
I also noticed he was bald, and I figured that was kind of because of that as well.
Well, yeah, of course, if we decided for some reason to make him not wear that mask anymore, it doesn't mean that we're going to add hair to him or anything, so that would be work.